make sure that you stop back and see the girls and get a bidder number if you have not done that yet. We'll get things started here right at 6 o'clock. Staff and myself, who the team that's going to be serving you tonight. My name's Devin Dye. I'm the broker and owner here at Dye Real Estate and Land Company. To my right's Mr. Matt Bowers. He's one of our auctioneers and real estate agents as well. To my left is Mike Reindl. He is one of our auctioneers and real estate agents, and they'll be working the ring tonight, so you can place your bids to either me or one of them. Also, Dave Wurwell is running our computer system. Jessica and Jaylene are the ones that registered you here tonight. My mom and dad are the ones that feed you, Kevin and Lynn. So that's the team that'll be serving you. I also want to say thank you to the Langenkamp family for allowing us to represent them in the tonight's sale. That's a big decision, and for choosing us, we just want to say thank you for that. So I'll go through the terms and conditions and go over how we're going to sell this farm tonight, and then we'll get things started there with the auction. If you'd like to follow along with me, you can open up your bidder packet right here and just open it up to the front page there. And I'm going to go through these terms and conditions here real quick, and then I'll go through the tract that we're selling. So tonight's sales method: the property will be offered in one tract. There'll be open bidding on the individual tract. The bidders will be able to increase their bids until the auctioneer announces the tract is sold. We will be selling per acre tonight, not on whole dollars, so it'll be a per acre price that we're bidding. So just be prepared and be ready for that. When we do start the bidding, it'll be on a per acre basis. Down payment tonight's a 10% down payment on the day of the auction. The down payment can be made by personal check, business check, or cashier's check. Bidders must have their financing arranged prior to the auction. No bids are conditional upon financing. All absentee and phone bidders must register with Dye Real Estate and Land Company prior to the auction. Anyone bidding on behalf of an absentee bidder will be equally responsible for the bid and required to enter into a contract to purchase at the end of the auction. If any dispute arises between or among bidders, the decision of the auctioneer shall be final and absolute. Bid rigging. No person shall engage in bid rigging. That is an Ohio Revised Code. As used in this section, bid rigging means the conspiracy between auctioneers or any participants in an auction or any other persons who agree not to bid against each other at an auction or who otherwise conspire to decrease or increase the number of bids offered at an auction. All online bidders must be registered prior to the day of the auction. The technology disclaimer will be for online bidders only. I'm not going to read that here in the crowd tonight. Property inspections. The potential purchasers are responsible for conducting their own inspections of the property, and any due diligence, inquiries, and inspections will be conducted at their own risk. Seller and real estate companies claims any and all responsibility for the bidder's safety during any physical inspections of the property. Acceptance of bids. Any and all successful bidders will be required to enter into a purchase agreement with the seller immediately following the sale. The seller may be signing the contracts electronically. All final bids are subject to the seller's confirmation. Tonight's sale is with seller's confirmation. We will obtain that at whatever time we desire here, but it is with seller's confirmation. This offer will remain irrevocable and available to the seller for 5 business days after delivery of this offer to the seller, its counsel, or agent. I know it states in here that the seller may be signing the contracts electronically. We never know when we start this and write these if they're going to be here, but the sellers are here tonight, so we do look to have a contract in place with you as the buyer. And the seller will make copies of it, and you can walk away with a contract in your hand to give to your banker or title company or however you like to handle that. Evidence of title. Dye Real Estate and Land Company will provide a preliminary title opinion certificate or report to be made available upon request to prospective bidders for review prior to bidding. The certificate is given for the protection of Dye Real Estate and Land Company only. No other person or entity may rely on the opinion expressed herein, nor is any liability assumed by the certification except to, if any buyer elects to purchase title insurance, the cost of that title insurance will be at the buyer's sole expense. Seller will convey the title free and clear of liens, but otherwise subject to all easements and matters of record. All tracts are being sold as is. Seller will provide a trustee's deed. The balance of the purchase price is due at closing, which will take place within 45 days after the auction. In the event the buyer fails to close and pay their balance when due, the seller reserves all rights allowed by law, including a suit for damages, specific performance, or cancellation of the sale with the seller to retain the earnest money deposit. Any action taken after default shall be solely at the seller's option, with all costs incurred by the seller being paid by the buyer. Possession of this farm will be at closing. Real estate taxes, all taxes and assessments shall be prorated to the day of closing. In prorating taxes and assessments, the most current available tax information shall be used. Property is currently in CAUV. If the purchaser removes the property from CAUV, the purchaser will be responsible for the payment of any CAUV tax recoupment. New taxes may be established due to the creation of new parcels. Tax map and acreage. All dimensions, proposed boundaries located in the aerial photos are approximate. The total acreage for this property is found in the new survey and legal description documents. The sale will include 100% of the mineral rights, if any, owned by the seller. Survey and legal description. The seller shall, at the seller's expense, provide a new survey and legal description of the property if mandated by any governmental authority for the purpose of transferring title. If no governmental authority requires a new survey, the buyer agrees to accept the property's acreage based on the current legal description of record. The total purchase price shall be calculated by multiplying the per acre price established at the auction by the total acreage as determined by a new survey, if applicable. Dye Real Estate and Land Company and its representatives are sole agents for the seller. Disclaimer: in absence of warranties, all information contained in this brochure and all related materials are subject to the terms and conditions in the purchase agreement. The properties are being sold as is, where is, with no warranty or representation either expressed or implied concerning the properties made by the seller or Dye Real Estate and Land Company. All sketches and dimensions in this brochure are approximate. Each potential bidder is responsible for conducting his or her own independent inspections, investigations, inquiries, and due diligence concerning the property. The information contained in this brochure is subject to verification by all parties relying on it. No liability for its accuracy, errors, or omissions is assumed by the seller of Dye Real Estate and Land Company. Any announcements made the day of the auction take precedence over printed material, and the above terms and conditions are to be an addendum to the purchase contract. That is all for the terms and conditions. If you want to turn over, give a little information about the parcel that we're selling here tonight. Total of 113 acres, about 111 of that's tillable. The annual real estate taxes are $4,061.09. This is located in Shelby County, Perry Township, Section 23. The parcel number is located there. This farm has really good soil types, consisting of Crosby and Brookston, and a significant amount of road frontage on it. You guys can see what it is. We've got it up here on the map, on the boards for you. All the information's in here, and you've had about 45 days to review all that. We've solicited some questions and answered all those, so I think you guys have pretty much everything you need to know about it. The FSA information, it has 55.4 acres of corn base at 160 PLC yield and 55.4 acres soybean base at a 53 PLC yield. So that is the information about the farm. The consumer guide to agency that's in your bidder packet, that we're required to give that to anyone who conducts business with our company by the state. So you've been provided that in your bidder packet. And then you see the agency disclosure statement, just further reiterating that we represent the seller in this transaction. And then you have a copy of the purchase agreement. The only thing missing from that's the final price and who the buyer is. That's everything here, and there's a little note section for you guys to take notes if you'd like during tonight's sale. So we're going to start the auction off here. We will be selling this by the acre, and then at some point we will get seller's confirmation on this. Unless there's any questions, we're going to get things started. You guys ready? All right. Let's get things started. Where do you want to start? Get 20,000. Somebody get 20,000 here now. 20 would give 20 now. 20 now. 20,000 another down here now. 20 would give 20 now. 20 17. Give 17,000. Give 17. Let's run. Give 17 down another down here now. 17 17 16. Somebody give 16. Give 16,000. Not where we start, it's where we finish. Give 16,000 here now. Able to buy now. 16 16 16 16,000 here. Give 15,500. 15,500 to give 15,500 other down here now. Able to buy now. 15,500. Somebody get 15,000. Let's go. 15,000 here now. 15, 15, 15, 15 down another down here now. 15. Get 15,000. Get 15 here. 14,500. Somebody get 14,500. I got 14,500. Get 15,000. 14,500's on. Get 15 down another down here now. 15, 15, 15. Somebody get 15,000. 14,500's on. Get 15,000 here now. Able to buy now. 15. 14,500 I have. Get 15,000. 14, 15, 15. 5 to get 15,500. 15's on, get 15,500. I'm bid 15,000 here now. 500 other down here now. 15,500 to get 15,500. 15,000 I have. Get 15,500. I'm bid 15,000 here now. Able to buy now. 15,500 to get 15,500. 15,000's on. Somebody get 15,500. 15,000 here now. 500 other down. 15,500. You got it? 15,500, give 16,000. 15,500 here, get 16,000. Other down here now, 16,500. It'll give 16,500. 16,000's on, give 16,500. Bid him at 16,000 here, 16,500, give 17. Get 17 here now, 17,000. Other down here now, 17. 16,500's on, give 17. 17,500. It'll give 17,500. 17,000 here now, 500. Other down here now, 17,500. I'm bid 17,000. No mistakes. Right here, 17,000. I need 17,500. 17's on. Give 17,000. 500 other down here now. 17,500 to give 17,500. 17,000. Give 500 other down here now. 5. I got 17,500. Give 18,000. 17,500's on. Give 18,000. Other down here now. Able to buy now. 18. Would give 18. I'm bid 17,500. Give 18,000. 17,500's a bid. Give 18,000. Other down here now. 18. Would give 18. 17. 17,500 I have. Give 18,000. I got 18. 18,500 to give 18,500. 18,000's on. Give 500 other down here now. 18,500 to give 18,500. I'm bid 18,000. Somebody give 18,500. 18,000's a bid right here. Somebody give 18,500 to give 18,500. 18,000's on now. 500 other down here now. 18,500 to give 18,500. 18,000 I have, folks. I got 18,500. Give 19. 19,000. 18,500's on. Get 19,000. Another down here now. 19. But to give 19. But to give 19. Down another down here now. Able to buy now. 19. 18,500's over here. I need 19,000. I'm on this side, 18.5. Somebody give 19,000. 18.5's a bid, give 19,000 down here now. Able to buy now 19, but give 19. 18.5, 19, somebody give 19.5. It'll give 19.5, 19,000's on, give $500 down here, now 19.5. It'll give 19.5. I'm bidding 19,000 here, 19.5, get 20,000. Get 20 here, now 20, now 20, now 20, now 20, now 20,000 down here, now 20. I'm bid 19.5, I need 20,000. 19.5's on, I have. Get 20,000. I'm bid 19.5 here, now 20, now 20, now 20, now $20 down here, now able to buy now 20. I'm at 19.5 over here. I need 20,000. I got 20. Somebody give me 20,500. 20,000 bid, give 25. It'll give 20,500 down here, now 21. But it get 21. Get 21,000 here, now 21. But it get 21. 20,500 I have. Get 21. Get 21. 20,005's here, now 21. But it get 21. But it get 21. 20,500's a bid. I got 21. 21.5. 21 here, now 21.5. It'll give 21.5. I'm bidding at 21,000 here, now 21.5. It'll give 21.5. 21.5. 22. I need 22. I got 21.5. Get 22,000. 21.5 I had. Get 22. It'll give 22. Now 22.5. It'll give 22.5. Get 22.5. It'll give 22.5. It'll give 22.5. 21,500's on. Get 22.5. It'll give 22.5. You got 22? All right, 22.5 is what I need. I got 22,000. Get 22,500. 22,000 here, now 22.5. It'll give 22.5. It'll give 22.5. It'll give 22.5. 23. 22.5's on. Get 23. But get 23. Get 23. But get 23. Get 23,000 down here, now 23. But get 23. 22,500's bid. Get 23. 22.5's the bid, give $23,000. 23, get 23.5. 23's on, get 23.5. It'll give 23.5. It'll give 23.5. 23's on, now $500 down here, now able to buy now $500 down here, now 23.5. All right, we're going to hold that bid right there at 23,000. Bidder number 304 at 23,000. We're going to take a second. I'm going to step outside and have a quick conversation with the family. When I come back in, we will reopen bidding as long as I have seller's confirmation. We'll reopen bidding. We will not have a stop clock tonight. If you've been to our sales before, sometimes we put a stop clock up. This is a one-track auction. We're just going to sell it with the hammer. So I will step out and have a quick conversation. All right, we do have seller's confirmation, so we are going to open the bidding back up. Right now we are, bidder number 304 is in the lead at $23,000 an acre. We'll open the bidding back up, and we will not be putting a stop clock on tonight. So when I drop the hammer and say it's sold, it's sold. I got 23,000. Somebody give me 23.5. 23,000 here now, 23.5. It'll give 23.5. I'm bid 23,000. Somebody give me 23.5. It'll give 23,500. Order down here now, 23.5. 23,000's on. Anybody want to raise your hand? I got 23,000, 23.5. It'll give 23,500. Order down here now, 23.2. I got 23,000. Somebody give me 23.2. Would it get 200 dollar down here now? 23,200 dollar down here now. Anywhere, look in, folks, right here. Somebody give 23.2. All in, all done. I can do this all night. I got 23,000. Somebody give me 23,200 here now. 23.2. Yeah, we can. All right, well, that's why we provide food. Somebody give me 23.2. So 23,000's on. Get 200 dollar down here now. Able to buy now. 23.2. 23,000's a bid. All in, all done. I'm bid 23,000 here now. Able to buy now. 23.2. All in, all done. You in? 23,000. Give 23.2. Would it give 200 dollar down here now? 23.2. And I have sold the farm, $23,000 an acre, bidder number 304. Thank you guys very much for coming out. Again, we say this at the end of all of our sales. If you're interested in any information from our company, if you're thinking about selling a farm, please reach out to us. We do have a sale next Thursday night in Logan County. That's a good 110-acre piece with also some hunting ground on that. So take a flyer on that in the back.